Welcome to What in the Frosted Flakes Fuck is Going On in Canada, Part 1. At 35 years old, I approached my OBGYN, who I've had for 4 pregnancies, 4 deliveries, wonderful lady. Have a history, right? I approached her and said, my periods are off the charts. I am having a hard time getting through an 8-hour workday. I'm running to the washroom every 30 minutes, freaking out that I'm leaking everywhere, which like 80% of the time I already am. And the pain in my 30s increased incredibly. I'm now 39, for the record. It has just gotten worse and worse and worse and worse and fucking worse. And I think way worse than the physical pain. The emotional roller coaster that never used to be there, that is now just like increasingly in my 30s turned into like, even I'm afraid of me some days. It's ridiculous. Realize that we have a stable level of hormones in our body for 7 days a month. The other 21, 24 days, yeah, not stable. So we could be doing something one day that we have done every day and it's fine. And then we try to do that exact same thing the next day and it's overwhelming as fuck and we cry and end up on a puddle on the floor. But there's always a part of our brain that's like,
what is wrong with me?
Yeah. I asked for a voluntary hysterectomy because I was just done. I was done with the pain. My doll wasn't touching it. And my doctor looked at me and said, Tabitha, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. And I know this isn't gonna help, but it's very common for women as they get into their 30s and approach 40s to start experiencing more uncomfortable periods. Your body is changing again. You're going into the premenopausal stage in the next 5 to 10 years, and that's 5 to 10 years, guys. So the reason that my doctor gave to me, and it's a solid reason, and I respect and love her for it even more than I did before she gave it to me, which she shot me down, by the way, hard. I am unwilling to give you an unnecessary procedure that is that invasive and that will prematurely affect your hormones. Let me say that one more time. At 35 years old, having had 4 children, finished with the plumbing, experiencing extreme PMS, debilitating at times, cramps, not able to live a normal life, at least remotely comfortably for a solid almost week or a week every month. Still have to go to work, still have to live your life. But like, yeah, this is starting to get in the way. And it hurts. And I'm tired of it. I am unwilling to perform an unnecessary, invasive procedure such as a voluntary hysterectomy that will cause premature hormone changes in you. She didn't sit there and try to tell me that it wasn't that bad. Never once did she tell me that. She never said that. But let's just all be very real about what it is to be a woman. And I want all these trans women as well out there right now who are claiming to have a period that's just as valid and real as mine. You listen up too. This is important. She did not try to tell me that it didn't hurt. She didn't tell me. In fact, she commiserated. Yes, it's very common for this to happen. Meaning, deal with it. I am unwilling to remove the pain. Physical, undeniable, backed up by science, understood by every damn woman who's ever lived, pain. Because it will prematurely affect your hormones, which is very unhealthy for you as a woman. But we will perform double mastectomies on 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds for sure. We will perform voluntary hysterectomies on the same children who have decided that they are not a girl anymore. Yeah. Just because she said no to me, love her all the same. In fact, she should have. She was right to. If I think I'm nutty now, maybe it's even worse later. I don't even know what I'm asking for. You're probably right. And I'm just going to deal with it. And this will probably be one of the only times, or at least within the only context, that I would ever sit here and be like, yeah, this fucking sucks. Again, listen up. We do not compare our period pain like it's some kind of like reward system. Like, oh, girlfriend, you have no idea how bad my periods are. My periods are so much worse than your periods. We do not do that. Okay? So if you ever even want the tiny chance of passing as a woman who has a menstrual cycle without ever having had a uterus and most likely still has testicles, but I digress. If you ever want the tiniest chance of passing, I suggest that you shut the fuck up about your period and just deal with it. Because that is being a woman. That is our episode 1 of What the Hell's Happening to Our Country. 35-year-old woman, 4 children, no hysterectomy. But if I decided that I wanted to be a man tomorrow, probably have doctors lining up to take out my uterus. Yeah, just kidding. Never gonna fucking happen.